we talk about sex education, today so many people have finally realized that it's not all about sex. There are a lot of subjects under this curriculum called sexuality health education. And today educated people know, or social media savvy people know, that there is consent, boundaries, autonomy, safety, even online safety, that's part of sex education. But what a lot of people miss out on is that pregnancy and childbirth is also part of sex education. Yeah, we widely think that doctors are taking care of it. It's all something to do with medical education. No, it's also to do with sexuality health education, because it's a bodily process that we all go through, right? So it's part of sexuality health education, just like menstruation is part of sexuality health education. Now, when we talk about consent and boundaries in sex ed, what does it mean? It means that you have agency and autonomy, which means you take the decisions on your behalf. Nobody else should be taking decisions on your behalf. So, I want this tea, or I don't want tea now, or I already drank tea, I can have it later. Whatever you say at that point of time comes from within you. It's your decision, right? Now, how can this be connected to birth? When a baby is born, is the baby deciding when to be born? If you read the concept of childbirth or the whole process of childbirth, you can understand that it's the baby that decides when to come out into this world. Yeah, it's the baby that gives a signal to the mother that, Amma, I'm ready. Please produce the necessary hormones that you need to bring me out into the world. And once the baby gives the signal, that is when the mother's body secretes oxytocin. There's a flooding of oxytocin that happens, and then this oxytocin will go and give information to produce endorphins so that the pain can be managed, and so and so and so. So it's the baby's signal that actually initiates labor, which means consent and autonomy starts even before the baby is born, right? But is that what is happening in today's system? Did your baby decide when to be born? Did your labor start on its own? Were you told that you will not labor? Were you told that if you do not give birth on a certain date, something will happen? Were you driven by autonomy or fear? So this is also part of sex education, because consent starts before we are born.